aspects. We were taken a little bit by surprise by the intensity and the involvement of the MMO crowd, and that's been a big learning process for us. But it's been great for the game, and it's been great for the community to grow in that way.
And talk about the sort of the social aspect too. I know one thing that you guys sort of accomplished was you got everybody on microphones on on the PlayStation platform, which was a lot more rare before. How was all the sort of social elements sort of skewed the game?
I think that's new territory for us as well. I think that coming from Halo, where it was very much your single-player experience until you went to multiplayer, kind of broadening that and bringing those social aspects. We knew going into it, we wanted to make sure that people were communicating, especially for things like raids and strikes. You needed to have that collaboration. You needed to have a really tight group, and so we definitely were excited to see what people thought of that, and it actually even blew up even more than that. It's like, hey, we really want to talk to each other. We really want to emote to each other in all these different ways. And so, kind of echoing what Rob's saying with the MMO, like it went a direction that we never expected. You know, and so I think that we're really excited about that. We're actively engaging in our community right now to get more information from them on what they want and what they need, and we're addressing all those issues to help evolve that even further as well.
It's hugely social in a way that we never expected, and I haven't played a ton of social games in the past, but my experience with Destiny, week by week is, getting on, finding out who's on, and then just talking and chatting while I'm playing the game. And so the game is sort of like this, several months in, it's become this excuse, I guess, or like a pretense for just hanging out with my friends. It's sort of like the bar is there to like hang out with your friends or whatever. It's sort of like Destiny is like this watering hole where you can all come together and you can chit chat under the pretense of shooting aliens, which for a lot of people, I mean, we're talking about the social aspects of the game. I think that's what it is for a lot of folks. Is it's a really, really good excuse to just hang out and talk.
Talk about how was making Destiny different than doing a Halo game? You guys, for those that don't know Bungie's history, started. Bungie goes way back. You made all the Halo games until ODST and Reach. So how was Destiny different than that?
Well, Jason, you've worked on Halo games, I think, the longest. You could probably start.
I think it was number one, we were a much smaller team. I think that our philosophy hasn't changed. I think we still, all the systems and even like the core philosophy of how we build environments, just speaking as an environment artist, we still have the same philosophy on how we build our environments. The biggest change for me was we're now building environments that you don't just enter here and exit here. You can enter here, you can enter here, you can enter here, you can exit there, you can exit there, you can exit there. And so trying to negotiate the flow through a space, and that was new for the designers as well. And so we were trying to work out really much larger spaces with more activities in those spaces. And so that was I think the biggest change on the environment side. But culturally and everything else, it's pretty much stayed the same. We just we've grown and expanded pretty much.
And on the character side, I think the big difference between the Halo series, I came on at the end of ODST and was there through Halo Reach. And the biggest thing is like we had all this great content to kind of work off of and springboard off of for each title. And when we went from Halo to Destiny, we had to throw everything out. I mean, everything. Not one piece of content was really saved. And so from the standpoint of like animation and gameplay that's basically dependent on animation, like all that stuff had to go. Every piece of geometry, every piece of animation. So for me and my team and the designers that we worked with, it was a Herculean feat to really try and recreate and improve on the gameplay that we had before.
We were trying to build this world that would really bring people in, and people would get super invested, and they would want to spend a lot of time. And one of the hammers that we use as an evaluation of any of our spaces or any of the worlds that we're building is like, do you want to spend a lot of time here? Do you want to like stay here, right? Like, And there was this really, I guess it was maybe like a year-long phase where, you know, Jason just touched on this, where we would just build stuff and then throw it away, build stuff and throw it away, because we were never really happy with it. And it felt very self-conscious. I use that word because it really is what it was like, right? And it took us quite a while to get to the point where we could really stand back and say, okay, this is a place where I want to go. This is a place where I want to hang out.